Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I am here with Amanda's famous sweatshirt, the sweatshirt that she wore leaving rehab, the sweatshirt she wore and looking like and seeing all of our videos. And yes, she in fact does own a sweatshirt other than this one and Deschutes Brewery.
Totally. Shout out to my friend Misty. Thank you for that care package.
We thought we'd do something a little different, maybe fun today, and talk about some of the quirky things that Amanda has started to do since all this began, which incidentally, this is Friday the 19th that we're publishing it of June. This will be 2 months since we started, so happy weird 2-month anniversary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, why don't you go, then I'll go, you go, then I'll go, like that. What is a quirky thing that you've noticed you started to do?
I would say after being diagnosed with brain cancer, probably one of the more bizarre things. I feel like I could end up on that movie, what is it, Twister
With the tornadoes?
Yeah, because wasn't there like a tinfoil guy?
I don't remember.
Like I don't know.
I just remember there's a flying cow at one point.
Maybe that's not the movie I'm thinking of. But I really have become like, shut off all Wi-Fi, turn my phone off. Like, I've definitely been trying to stay away from any type of EMF, anything, which I don't even know if that does anything. But I would say one of the things that I learned quickly on was EMF readings, and for whatever reason that was the first book I really I read, and I don't know, it kind of like seemed true to me. So that's one thing that I've been doing lately, is really like shutting off my electronics and my everything. So that'd be one thing.
It's probably a healthy thing to do anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, my turn.
Okay.
I figured out this week why in her last video Amanda said she's home alone all the time and she's just by herself, meaning that she doesn't even register I'm at home. I was asking her a question the other day and she answers this question, I think so, period. Can we go over here, question mark? She's talking to me like I'm Siri. And my only deduction in all this is that Amanda just thinks I'm some sort of physical manifestation of the Siri device that she talks to when she's responding to texts and emails from people. And that's why you have zero clue that I'm even around anymore.
No, that is not true. I don't know how to text.
Right now you're just talking to like some sort of imaginary Siri.
No, that is not true. So when my phone is on, period, and I am trying to respond to a text or an email or something, I have to do it over the
voice to text?
Over voice to text, because I don't really know how to spell right now. I mean, I do, but not, I mean, it takes me forever to do nothing now.
It takes you forever to do nothing?
Yeah.
That's an incredible result you're producing.
Yeah.
Is that really true, question mark?
Yes.
Period?
Period.
Okay, what is another one you noticed? You do one more and I'll do one more and then we'll wrap this up.
Just like food phobic all of a sudden. Like, everything is designed to kill me, in the sense of like, does this vegetable have too much sugar in it? Which is like, I'm not even eating fruits, so I don't even know how that's possible. But I would say I've become somewhat food phobic. I would say I'm trying to be really diligent about being on a ketogenic diet, and so there's a lot of fat, and by fat I'm only doing I'm not doing any type of like dairy, so it's been like nuts and seeds and olive oil and all the other good oils. So I would say it's been kind of interesting to see how my food has really taken a odd hit.
Yeah, Amanda, prior to all this, she used to eat like, I would describe her as a 10-year-old whose parents went out of town for the weekend. They stocked up a snack drawer with all the stuff from Costco and everything else. She would...
That is fair.
Her primary food groups were top ramen.
No, it wasn't.
Her specialty, she could order a pizza better than anybody else.
Oh.
And I've seen her eat more vegetables in the last 2 months than I've seen her eat in the last 2 years.
Okay.
But to be fair, joking aside, to be fair, because the food phobia thing, it's been something that we've had a lot of conversations about.
Yeah.
I've expressed concerns over her not getting enough of the macronutrients in, and I finally have figured out a way to. And part of that is it's not just a phobic, but it's also just your ability to comprehend things right now. There's certain things that it's like she was saying she can't spell, but she can say the word.
Yeah.
So translating what she knows into actual, tangible reality, whatever you want to call it, can be challenging. And doing things like converting calorie counts to percentages to conversions can be hard. And so
to grams.
To grams. Yeah. So I figured out a way to do that. But prior to that, gosh, it was really hard. And then she explained to me, which really I could empathize with to an extent, but not to hers, is that, it's challenging when you feel like everything you're eating now, you're literally eating for your life.
Yeah.
Because there's, again, so little known about this particular disease. There's so little understanding of what causes it, or why are those select few people able to go on and just live normal full lives with it and others don't. And when you start to research and you start to look at what are these things that other people are doing, and you start to see common trends, it takes on a completely different meaning eating does right now than it does for all of us. So I can appreciate that, and I think you've been much better about it. You still could probably do a little bit of improvement, but can't we all do a little bit better with it?
Right.
That was yours. I had one other quirky one. I thought that was kind of funny, and wait, I'm blanking on what it is right now.
Uh-oh.
Wait, have we told the root beer story on here yet? Have we told the root beer story?
No, I don't think we have.
Okay, if we haven't told the root beer story, this is my favorite thing so far. If we have told the root beer story, please forgive me. It's still my favorite story still. So when Amanda was early in the days of rehab, and the first meeting she has with her speech therapist, and the speech therapist is asking her different questions, trying to cognitively assess where she's at. And she's having a very hard time, but Amanda being Amanda, she's pleasant, she's smiling, she's kind of smiling through it, but you could tell she's getting frustrated because she doesn't know the answers. And her right side is still very much impeded at this point. She's better now, but she still has some right hand deficits, can't use her hand as much. That's why she doesn't doing the talk to text, because typing is a whole nother skill that hasn't come back yet. Anyways,
there are a few other things.
Yeah, that's very true. And it says she gets to the point where she asks her this question. She says, okay, what are 3 salty snacks? And you see Amanda sit up, and her face gets all wide, her eyes get big, and you can tell she recognizes, this is my wheelhouse. I know this answer.
I know trash food.
She is a PhD in trash food consumption. So she sits up and she's all, chips, crackers, and then she gets stuck and she's all, oh, and then what she would do at this time is her little hand would start to do this when she was trying to get something. And so she's sitting here doing this with her hands. And you could tell she knows the answer she's trying to describe. She's so soft, fluffy, and her little hands going all over like this. And I can tell she's thinking popcorn. She sees in her mind, but she doesn't know how to bring that word, explain what that word is. Soft, fluffy, soft, fluffy, fluffy, soft. And then she sits up, she makes fists, and she brings them down to her side, and she goes, root beer!
Which I don't even drink.
She's never drank root beer.
I don't even drink soda.
I don't even think you've ever mentioned root beer before.
Of course not.
The speech therapist was doing so well because this is her first meeting, so she's trying to be professional, not laugh. I start dying laughing.
Yeah.
Amanda starts dying laughing. The speech therapist, she ended up joining us in a little chuckle, but there's been, that was definitely one of the funniest things. And to the point, one last thing before we wrap this up with the hand, I found, people can relate to this. Have you ever been in a relationship with your significant other and you ask them, is everything okay? And they say it's fine, but you know it's not fine. And then you ask them in the end, they say, yes, it's fine. I told you it's fine, but you know it's not fine. And if you ask them, you keep asking, they keep saying it's fine. And then 20 minutes later, they come back and say, they're upset. And you go, why are you upset? And you go, because you didn't ask me how I'm doing. And even though you did, and it's just like one of those lose-lose things for you, right?
Oh boy.
Well, with Amanda's hand now, what I found is if I ask her if everything's okay and she says it's fine, if she's lying, her little hand starts flying off into space like this. It is the ultimate poker tell.
It is
so I can tell really quick if she's lying or not, because they'll say, how are you doing? And if she says fine, her hand goes off like this, she's full of shit. Right. And if her hand stays just like it is right now, it's just okay.
It's okay.
That's what we all have for you. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I would say, I mean, why not in this type of a way, but the same person who was my speech therapist on day one at Cottage Hospital also ended up being very paramount to the tampon debacle.
Oh.
So, funny follow-up story to that one was my speech therapist actually gave me a step-by-step on how to put a tampon in at our next meeting, and I'm definitely gonna have that framed and a copy sent to her because I love her dearly, and she was like a mom to me during that time. But that's kind of a funny story.
Speech therapist / tampon coach.
She really was she was a well-rounded person for me. She even taught me how to do talk to text. That was one of our sessions.
Well,
boy.
That's just a little in the day of our lives right now.
Yeah, this is it.
We hope you all are doing great. Thank you for laughing with us
Yeah.
and hanging out with us. I know this is a little bit longer than we usually run these, but this was kind of a fun one.
Yeah.
And I hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you so much, everybody, for being along on this journey with us. Thank you for smiling with us. Thank you for laughing with us. Thank you for the continuous flow of love that you send our way. We can feel it, and we can never adequately express how much we appreciate each of you and are so grateful for all of you.